This is the super harvest blood moon. They call it a celestial trifecta. 3 cosmic events, write this down, 3 cosmic events will occur at the same time during the full moon. Now, the moon last night was massive.
It's supposed to be cloudy all day today and then rainy and cloudy all day tomorrow.
Excuses.
Looks like you gotta get in your car and go find that lunar eclipse.
I don't have to do anything.
Wow. She really doesn't. That's the amazing thing. She doesn't.
It's called being
She's
an American.
Independently wealthy. There was, pardon me. Oh, God, how embarrassing.
It is.
But not for the reasons I think. The harvest moon, this is how you know you're ushering in the autumnal equinox. And these super moons, they're not super rare. I mean, they happen a few times a year. But all 3 things taking place at the same time are quite rare. So people who are in the astronomy or astrophysicist community, they've got full moon boners. Wasn't that the name of a Tom Petty album? Full Moon Boner. And that's tonight.
That was an import.
I'm sorry?
It was an import, I believe.
It was very important to me. The best times, obviously, to view will depend on your location, but it's going to peak tonight at about 11:45. So if you are in Northeast Ohio, if you are within the sound of my voice. Now, of course, during the solar eclipse, which we were all amazingly treated to here in Cleveland, a lot of us saw it right there at Progressive Field. Solar eclipse, you have to wear the special glasses.
My glasses.
The lunar eclipse, check this out. Are you writing this down? You don't need eye protection.
Whoa.
Now, I wear it just to be safe. I also get that from CVS. I get my socks, my underwear, and my astronomy eye protection from CVS. Because that's just the reflected light. But I don't want to take any chances. You only get one set of eyes, Mary.
Not true.
And you need I only get one set of eyes. I'm not independently wealthy like you are.
I'm so wealthy.
Now, if you miss the eclipse and the supermoon tonight, you're in luck. Because the next one is October the 8th, 2033. There's simply no way to know how many more years that is. That's 9 more years, isn't it?
It's 15 years. Your math is off.
I feel like it's 9 years.
You're not good at math, though. So.
2024 to 2033?
15 years.
That feels like it's 9 years.
No.
No way to know, though.
I'm inclined to believe her just because I don't know anything about math, but it feels like I'm right in this. 2024, October 8th, 2033. I'm going to 2024, carry the 6. I'm going to say it's 9 years, right? Because 2034, Mary, would be 10 years.
Fake news.
And then I would subtract 1 to make it 2033, and that would be...
I don't get my math from the liberal media.
Right. Damn liberals. By the way, today is National Voter Registration Day. That bears mentioning to you that it is. A lot of people go, and I've said it a billion times. I've said, I'm not telling you who to vote for, just get yourself registered. Well, I'm telling you who to vote for. If you love all the extreme right-wing nonsense, feel free to move to another country. Because the stuff you love is already in other countries. We already have countries like that you love.
Name one.
You love Putin, go to Russia. You've read about these people who leave here and move to Russia. We were tired of woke American policies. We moved to Russia. And then they go, oh, my God. Oh, this is what Russia is. Yeah. Some of you want the American Taliban. Move to Afghanistan. They already have it. You don't worry about voting here. If you think Haitians are eating cats because a lady on Facebook said so, please don't vote. You're a child. Let the adults handle things. Let us take it from here. You dope. They got Mike DeWine sending stadies into Springfield, Ohio, because people think people are eating cats. Pretty soon you have to send the National Guard. That'll be fun. I'm sure that makes the Haitian community feel like they're back in Port-au-Prince. Got to make them feel great. You know, John Legend is a native of Springfield, Ohio. The great John Legend. That's his hometown. He's an EGOT winner. So you know you can believe him when he talks. I was surprised that he didn't come out sooner and say, what the F are you people talking about? But it took him a minute. But then it was pretty boilerplate when he did. I thought maybe he'd have like I thought maybe he'd do like a charity song or something. But he did a video. He goes, nobody's eating cats and dogs. Even the woman who started spreading it on Facebook was like, yeah, I feel bad about this. Because now, like, it's a perfect example of people who just don't care about anything until it affects them directly. Because this woman who I know J.D. Vance said he made it up too, but there were a lot of cooks in the kitchen on this dumb thing. And this woman who posted it on Facebook because she heard it fourth hand, this woman named Erica Lee there in Springfield. She's like, oh, it says, now I'm worried for my daughter's safety. So now I'm concerned. She's like, it was on Facebook, so I figured it was true. Like, Facebook is a week old. You know, if like you're brand new to Facebook and you don't know how all that stuff works, I could understand that. It's been around a long time.
This is something that I have had to, there's people in my family still where I have to be like, if you see something on Facebook or social media, before you start sending it to people, please take 1 minute and just search this story, because there's a thing about one of the kids. They're like, oh, they had to rewrite the whole season 5 of Stranger Things because one of the actors transitioned. And I was like, it takes 1 minute, less than that, to just search that on Google and see, like, that is not true. But
especially since they have a transgender family member.
Yeah.
So this woman there who was, obviously, everybody involved in this, from J.D. Vance to this woman, have had to say, well, this is all made up. But at that point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if it's made up. We all knew it was made up. But this woman's like, well, I can't be racist because I'm bisexual.
What?
And my daughter is biracial. I don't understand this idea that if you're gay, you can't be racist. There's plenty of minority groups who really don't like other minority groups.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't be racist. My daughter's bisexual. Or sorry, biracial. She's bisexual. The daughter's bisexual. You didn't choose to be gay, but you do choose to be racist. So I don't understand what the connective tissue is there. They're like, oh, the woman, the Facebook lady, she's like, oh, well, people were talking about they were walking around carrying ducks and geese. And I'm like, try grabbing a live goose. Just try. Try getting near a goose. Good luck with that. You ever been within 100 yards of a goose? You got to run for your life if that thing clocks you. Yes. So ain't nobody chasing down a goose to take it home for Christmas dinner. Anyway, a very circuitous way to remind you to register to vote because of all this dumb crap. They're like still getting bomb threats at schools and stuff in Springfield, Ohio. The mayor was doing all the Sunday morning news shows, that guy Rob Rue.
Because of the spread of concern with the bomb threats that we had, we're in pain right now with what's going on with those. We've had an influx of immigrants come into our community, which has increased our population by 20 to 25%. And that's going to put a strain on any infrastructure in any city. And within that has caused a culture clash and some difficulties that we're trying to wrap our arms around, and to be responsible city leaders.
Oh, and Mayor, Donald Trump said today he may come to Springfield. Would you want him there?
I think that could be difficult, a very difficult visit for Springfield.
So the mayor's going, yes, we've had a lot of issues. We had a big influx of Haitian immigrants who came here to work. And so, yeah, there's a lot of challenges that come with that. And we don't need this, something that's been thoroughly debunked, patently false. We don't need this on top of everything else. So, yeah, taking a couple extra seconds to go, hey, is this a real thing? No? Okay. I mean, again, Trump is so utterly desperate for something that he can distract from what Kamala Harris is doing in the polls, at rallies, in the debate. I mean, from a political standpoint, I fully understand it. You're going to grab at anything possible. And once people start going, yeah, it's made up, they don't care. He does not care. So I don't know if he's actually going to go do a rally in Springfield, but the mayor is like, yeah, that, I don't know if that's going to be great for us. A little nervous with that. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Alan, how are you?
Hi, what's going on?
So I'm calling to educate you about CVS.
Ooh.
You may like getting your socks and underwear from there, but they're a little bit deceiving, and I'm waiting for that good for you. But did you realize that CVS owns Aetna Insurance?
Yeah, I did. Everybody's trying to get into retail. Everybody in retail now is trying to get into the insurance game.
Right, but they tell the Aetna Insurance people that pay for their insurance, they can only get their prescriptions at CVS, which is deceiving because they're double dipping. You're paying for your Aetna insurance, which CVS is making the money from, plus you're telling patients that they only can get their insurance at CVS, so they're really double dipping.
Yeah, but Stephanie, that's what modern retail is. I mean, that's why Amazon is trying to get into. Amazon is getting into health insurance and prescriptions and all this stuff. They want to double and triple dip. CVS is not an outlier in this. I mean, we've got CVS and Aetna and all that, I think, here at this company. So they're not an outlier in that.
But you do not have to get your prescriptions at CVS. That is deceiving. They're scaring old people into only getting their prescriptions at CVS when they can get it from any pharmacy.
Well, now they know because you've told them. I mean, I don't have any prescriptions, so I don't have to.
I know this
when I have to get
my mother.
Yeah, I mean, when I got to get my dog's Xanax refilled, I'll go to CVS. But that's just for proximity.
Right. My mom has gotten her prescriptions for years and years and years through Giant Eagle. They told her, oh, no, you just got to get your prescriptions. Aetna told her through CVS, and otherwise your prescriptions are not covered, which was bull crap. And I was being polite when I said that.
So you called them out on it, and you were like Aaron Brockovich in this whole thing.
Well, yeah, when it comes to my 86-year-old mother, don't screw my mother over or hire expensive prescription at CVS when she had a great price at Giant Eagle. She's not the only one. All these older people that have no understanding of insurance, and I work in the medical field, they're given BS to, and they're getting scared and going to CVS to get their prescriptions, and their prescriptions are much higher than typical any other places, and they're double dipping.
Yeah.
So not only are they paying for their Aetna insurance, which goes to CVS, now they're going to CVS to get their prescriptions, And the only thing I can say, Alan, is I hope your socks and underwear are great and fit well, because it's bull crap.
Well,
They're
my
scaring old
underwear,
people.
I mean, I go to CVS because my underwear is also prescription.
That's awesome.
Got her.
I got her. Stephanie, is your mother a widow?
Yes, she is.
See, I was reading about these. She doesn't live in a convalescent home, I assume, right? You take care of her.
No, she's in our family home for the last, oh my God, 70 plus years.
You know, they're warning
My
again.
father
They're,
passed
they're,
away
they're
2
warning
years
again
ago.
about the explosions of STDs in the elderly community. Obviously, that's why I asked, because people who are people 60 and older, they're not using condoms, and they're up to their necks in P and V because they're living in these communities, and science is keeping them hornier for longer, and all this kind of stuff. But you don't have to worry about that with your dear mother.
No, my mother's 86 years old, and the last thing she needs is sex.
All right,
Her words are yours.
Yeah, don't speak for her, Stephanie. She might know something you don't know. All right, thank you, dear.
Maybe she
I
likes going to
appreciate the call.
CVS because there's a handsome guy, was a pharmacist there that she's like, maybe things could happen.
Yeah. Well, CVS has some hot
Some of
pharmacists.
that leftover lube from Diddy. Get things going.
That's right. I was reading a thing this morning. They're like, yeah, boomer sex is getting to be a real thing with the STDs. Women live longer, so that means there's more of them for old dudes to have sex with. They aren't super hip to what's going on with STDs. They were like, only half of people over 65 knew there was a cure for chlamydia. And like I said, science, right? Viagra for the boys. The girls got all kinds of dry crotch meds they can take now. You don't like that? It's a brave new world out there for the olds who want to get it in. You don't like dry crotch meds?
I don't know.
Sorry,
No one does.
vaginal dryness products, Bill.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
All right. That's better?
None of it's great. It's necessary, What are you gonna do?
It's a necessary evil, I believe, is what you're trying to think
I
of.
want to
there.
be sure you know how to use a condom, rubber, a raincoat, a boner bucket, party hat, squirt skirt, love sock.
Yep. That's Stephanie's mom. Right there. She knows all that slang. Very, very useful.
Has a very handsome voice.
That's yes. Well, the older you get, the voice deepens, Bill,
Oh, yeah.
for the women. I've got to take a break. Mary's got to go,
I gotta go.
You made it. You made it to the
Yay!
end-ish of the show.
And
I
you had a
did.
good time.
I didn't.
Wow.
No, I did.
Wow.